Anything that you ask me to do, I'll do it within reason, obviously. Within reason. Right, here we go. Put the mic up.
I'm been a pro for about 6 years now. Had a lot of bad luck, bad management in the past, but with Max now, training with Max and everything, so I'm ready. I was 12 years old. My mum had cancer. She died on the day I had my amateur debut in Saudi Arabia. She died and I fought on the night. I still went on fought. She died in the morning. I fought on the night. I had to man the fuck up. Basically, where I come from, it's hard, and if I was to give in and not go and chase my mother's dreams, what would have my brother and sister thought? What can a man with 2 arms and 2 legs do to me in that ring, what I ain't seen already in my life? Do you know what I mean? I lost my mum, I lost my brother, I lost my granddad, I lost my best mate. Everybody I loved a lot. So what have I got to lose in this ring? Like, nothing. So
I said anything that you ask me to do, I'll do it within reason, obviously. Within reason. Right, here we go. Put the mic up. Within reason. I'm standing by it. Right, here we go. Acox Green Boxing Gym once again. I like to call it the hub because it's where I first came to do some filming with one of your gym mates. But we're here with Raza Hamza. Today it's all about you. Raza, introduce yourselves for us, for our viewers, so they can get to know you and a little bit about you. We'll take it from there.
Raza Hamza, I'm 16 and 0. I'm a featherweight and I'm ready, man. I'm ready to fight anyone. Do you know what I mean? I'm been a pro for about 6 years now. Had a lot of bad luck, bad management in the past, but with Max now, training with Max and everything, so I'm ready really. Listen, you've just seen me train as well. You've heard about me. Like, I'm avoided, I believe I'm avoided, and yeah, I'm ready to go really. No cap, but I'll fight anyone, and you know I will. Max will tell you I'll fight anyone.
We're going to peel back the layers because we want our viewers to get to know you, to get behind you. So you're 16 and 0, you're not a stranger to pro boxing, but you haven't really been in the limelight. So let's peel back the layers, let's go back to the beginning and Raza Hamza's story coming into boxing.
I was 12 years old, my mum had cancer. She died on the day I had my amateur debut in Saudi Arabia. She died and I fought on the night. I still went on fought. She died in the morning. I fought on the night. Then I went on, won numerous junior ABA titles, numerous British titles as an amateur, boxed for England, turned pro when I was 23. I'm 28 now. And then in 2008 I signed with Frank Warren straight away. Was with them for about 7-8 fights, but once again I had a lot of bad luck, pull-outs, fighting for titles, people pulled out in the week. And then in 2018 my little brother died, my only brother, and that kind of put me down a lot. But listen, I carried on, and then lockdown came, and you know, not being with a promoter in lockdown, you were fucked basically. And like I said, a lot of bad luck, but I'm still here, still working hard. And whenever fighters say to me they've had bad luck in their careers, I say to them, man, listen, you ain't had as bad luck as me. So I'm still here. I'm 16 and 0. I'm working hard. We're in 2022 now, and hopefully this is the year. This is the year I break through. And once I do break through, I won't be looking back. I'll just go straight to where I need to get to. And yeah, that's it. And everybody knows about me. I've been calling out fighters since I turned pro, and I've been avoided. You know, the only way they'd offer me fights is on 2 weeks' notice, 3 weeks' notice. When they know, you know, I'm big at the weight, I'll take time to make the weight. But listen, I'm ready to go, and just waiting for my next fight, really.
A little bit of a shock there. I wasn't aware of what happened with your mum, and then you went on to, you know, have an amateur bout. As a kid, how did you deal with that? Because, you know, mums and sons, we've got that bond. You know how it is. How did you then say, you know what, I'm going to carry on, I'm still going to be able to switch on and fight? How do you do that?
Just had to man up. I was the oldest sibling. I had a younger brother and a sister, and this is what my mum wanted me to do. And listen, I had to man the fuck up. Basically, where I come from, it's hard, and if I was to give in and not go and chase my mother's dreams, what would have my brother and sister thought? If I give in, the one who brings the bread in, what were they going to think? So At the age of 12, I had to just put my boots on and crack on, man. I had to do what I had to do, and I went and fought and I won. And you know, that day, like, it was, I don't forget that day. Like, how I look at it is, what can a man with 2 arms and 2 legs do to me in that ring, what I ain't seen already in my life? Do you know what I mean? I lost my mum, I lost my brother, I lost my granddad, I lost my best mate. Everybody I loved a lot. So what have I got to lose in this ring? Like, nothing. So, you know, I just manned up, cracked on with it, and I ain't looked back. And listen, everybody has days when they think, really, I don't want to do this no, man. Everybody gives up every day, but then I've got that extra drive in me of why I'm doing it. Not just my mum, my brother as well. My only brother who was at every fight, who never missed a fight. We won everything together. And you know, when he died, that brought me down. But listen, man, I've got to do it for them. If I get to the top or if I don't get to the top, I can look back and say, look, I tried for you guys, and that's all I can do, and it's trying. I'm 28 now, and my life could have gone the wrong way, man. I could have been, you know, they say you're one decision away from your life going down the wrong road, and my life could have, man, but I've stuck to my guns. And boxing, as much as it's been very bad to me and very negative to me, it saved my life because it gives me something to do. This is my life, this is my job. You know, people don't see this, but this is what keeps me going and keeps me sane, basically.
I think sometimes, like you said, from the outside looking in, we can take for granted some of the stuff that you guys as fighters have to go through. Like I said, like listening to the fact that obviously you lost your mum, cancer, I understand. I lost my brother last year from cancer. I know that pain, it's not nice. But then, you know, you do that, you push through, you have your first amateur bout, you win it, and then sometime later you lose your brother. I mean, talk to us a little bit about that. If you're okay to talk about it, by the way, do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to...
It is, nah. He was 21, bought a motorbike, told him, listen, man, what you doing? Why are you buying a bike for? And, you know, younger brothers always think they know it all, don't they? So he's like, nah, don't worry. He loved adrenaline, he loved fast things, fast cars. And listen, one day, I'll never forget this day, he's gone out to work, and England were playing in the semi-final in 2018, I'll never forget this day. And I was in Warsaw having some food, and I got the call that your brother's had an accident. And before I just knew my brother's dead, because my phone just blew up with notifications and everything, and that just, he's buried 5 minutes away from me in Handsworth, and that just took it out of me, man. That really broke me, man. And I look up every day and I think, yo, can life really be that? Can life really be that sad? You know what I mean? And I just cracked on, really. It's life, innit? What can you do? Do you know what I mean? What can you really do? Just crack on. A wise man once said, buses and trains don't stop running no matter what happens. So tomorrow, it's a new day, innit? And that's how I look at life, really. If anything was to happen in my life today, tomorrow's a new day, and you just carry on what you're doing.
To have that mentality, though, is commendable. Like I said, we do suffer losses in life, but to lose like 2 family members and then to still lace them boots up, still come to training, still train hard, you know, be signed, turn over pro, all that adversity, and it's all you've got is winning in boxing.
It's not just losing 2 family members. I mean, it's losing the main family members in your life, if you think about it. Your mum is your mum, innit? Your mum is...
the core, the foundation.
My mum was like... you know, you miss your mum. Do you know what I mean? Everybody misses their mum, man. Your mum, you can ring your mum at any time and say, Mum, do this, Mum, do that. Who else can you ring and say that to? And your brother, that was... Do you know what I mean?
Like you said, he was there at every fight,
that
always
was my
supporting
everything.
you. Yeah.
Like, that was the geezer I would have been. I would have done everything with everything. So it's not just family members. I lost the 2 of the closest members to my granddad, who brought me up after my mum died, basically. But do you know what I mean? I try not to think about it, but it gives me every day when I wake up, and I'm one of them fighters who ain't earned a penny from this sport, you know. I'm one of them fighters who ain't earned a penny. I'm one of the most decorated amateurs, but I've still kept going in this sport. Do you know what I mean? So it shows you I've not done it for money. What money have I earned from this? I'm 28, I've not earned a penny from boxing, but I've kept going though. I've kept believing in myself. I kept believing in myself, and I have 1, 2 good people around me who support me. Other than that, this sport ain't giving me anything. But it don't break me. I still get up every day, and I still think, you know what, my time's gonna come. And you know, when I get in the ring and I do have a competitive fight, if I'm good enough, I'll be good enough. If I'm not, I'm not in it. At least I tried, and that's the most important thing you can do in life. Is try, and try your best.
You've really got that nothing to lose attitude, which is obviously reflecting, you know, it's key to what has happened to you. Like you said, everyone's got 2 arms, 2 legs. Why are you going to worry about opponents in the ring? You've had that pain of those close losses. But then we move on to the boxing career, turning over pro, being signed. Like you said, you were initially signed by Frank Warren. Talk to us a little bit about your experience there. Obviously, tell us what you can, what you can't. I'm not.
I was signed to Frank Warren, Queensbury, and I was meant to fight somebody called Louis Petit 3 times. He pulled out 3 times. I was meant to fight a few people, Boy Jones and Lucian Reeds and that, but it never happened. And then my contract had run out, and it was just before lockdown. Just before lockdown, my contract had run out, and then lockdown came. So what you meant to do? You're out the ring for what? 17, 18 months, and I was 25, 26, then I'm 28 now, and that put a hold on my career where I should have been a champion now. And me seeing kids who are below me come and overtake and are champions, and that night, it made me think, what the fuck, man, you know what I mean? But listen, it's one of them things, innit? What could have I done? And then I had 2 fights in Scotland in August and October, 2 8-rounders, and then obviously I got cut in the head. Before I was meant to have a fight in November, and I got cut in the head, which held me back a bit, and a few little problems out the ring. But other than that, I'm here now, innit? And hopefully, like Max said, we should have a date very soon, and you'll see what I'm about, man. If I'm good enough, you'd see I'm good enough.
I don't think well, I get it. It's like you've worked, like you said, you've got that good amateur background through adversity, got through that, still decided to go pro, more adversity, got through that, and then it's like you said, you're seeing people that maybe were at a lower level than you in boxing surpass you, but that doesn't make you fold. It doesn't make you say, you know what, this ain't for me. You know what, I've lost my family members. You know what, I could do this, I could do that, I could go down the wrong path. You've stayed in the sport that you love and respect. Like you said, you haven't earned a penny from this. This ain't about money. This is about your love of the sport and what it does for fighters.
It's not even that, you know. To me, it's more than boxing. To me, it's more than boxing. My mum wanted me to do it. See, if my mum didn't want me to do it, and my brother didn't want me to do it, my granddad loved fighting too. So, for me, it's not even. I don't like boxing.
Don't say that.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watch it, but because of what it's done to me in my life, I don't really like boxing. But I promised my loved ones that, listen, I'll show you innit? I'll show you what time it is. So this is my life. This is my job. This is my future. I'm doing it for them. I just want to look down one day and say, look, I did my best for you, and I know I've got nothing to lose. I'm at that stage in my life now. I got nothing to lose. I just want to be in fights. I want to test myself. If I'm good enough, I'm good enough, like I said to you. And I know I'll become a champion. My trainer will tell you. The people around me will tell you. Because if I was going to break and I was going to fold, I would have done it by now. And I still wake up every single day, you know, and I think, I have mad thoughts in my head, I'm mad. I have mad thoughts in my head, like, so would anybody else though, do you know what I mean? Everybody around me has done really well with other things, and they're saying to me, Raza, I have people messaging me now saying, you still boxing? That pisses me off. What do you mean I'm still boxing, bro? I'm 28. Do you know what I mean? Somebody messaged me yesterday and said, are you still fighting? You've got a lot left yet, you know. And I felt like ringing him and saying, are you taking the piss, bro? Like, but I'm just saying I had the opportunity, and everybody people don't see this. People don't see the grind. People don't see the struggle. People don't see that you're constantly on the phone to your trainer, your manager, asking, what's going on, man? When am I fighting? When am I fighting? My sponsor asking me, what's going on? People don't see all of this. People just see that one night when you fight on telly and you become a champion and say, oh, I could have done that. But nobody saw these 14, 15 years of frustration I've had to go through and what I've had to do to get to where I'm getting to, if I get to there. Do you know what I mean? So I hope the way I clap for everybody when they won, everybody claps for me, because I fucking deserve it now, man. I'm telling you, I deserve it for myself now, not even for anybody else anymore. First, I always said I'm doing it for my mum, I'm different. I deserve it for myself now, and I will. I'll become a champion this year.
And that's what you kind of like just got onto the bit what I was going to ask you there. I was like, will you ever find a way to fall back in love with the sport? Because like you said, you know, your mum wanted you to do it, your brother was there to support, your granddad loved fighting. When are you going to fall back in love with this sport that, like I said, through all the adversity, to start saying, you know what, I need to love this for it to love me back?
When, like I said, you know, when I start fighting for titles and I'm winning, and it's making more sense to me in my life, because when you're 23, 24 and you're coming up, you know, you don't mind about everything else out your life. Everything's about boxing. Look at me, I'm a boxer, blah, blah, blah. But when you get to a certain age, it's more than boxing now. You've got a family, you've got bills, you've got this, you've got that in your life. And listen, man, it's not about being that geezer who everybody knows. It's about what you're getting from it. I'm being real to you. It's about what you're getting from boxing. And like I said, I might not love the sport, but I give it my 150% because
I can see that.
Because I know when I look up, I don't want my mum to ever think, but why didn't you do this, or my brother or something? So I give it 199%, but I'll fall back in love with the sport when I'm a champion, and I will be this year. I have to be this year. If not, sack it, innit?
I can't see you doing that. I know you're saying that, but I can't see you doing that. Not after everything. I can't see you walking away.
You know,
that
it's
easy,
too much. I've given it too much, and I don't have nothing else, because I dedicated my whole life. I've never worked anything else. This is all I've ever done. So I have to do it, and I'm going to probably do this till I'm, 40 or something. It's true though,
Who knows?
You never know, man.
Who knows? But we're going to come... How did you end up back with Max then? Because obviously Max... In fact, tell us a little bit about your relationship with Max as your trainer.
I trained with Max in 2019-20, before the lockdown. And then obviously I moved to Manchester. I had a few reasons to move up there. And then obviously, you know, with lockdown and that, and not having a promoter and that, it was hard for me to stay in Manchester. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm living in hotels and that, and it's hard. It's not easy being away from home and that. And that made me move back. I had to move back. But listen, I always said to Max, if I'm ever going to come back home, it's going to be you, Max. I always kept in touch with Max, and Max's doors are always open for me. Max goes, listen, man, whenever you're coming back, you come back. So I was away for about a year. But obviously I got a little girl as well. So the main reason was my little girl's in Manchester. She was just born then in 2020, so I had to be there. Like I said, everybody has, out of boxing, we have stuff as well, which now matter. Do you know what I mean? First it was all about you, but now you've got somebody who relies on you.
Those responsibilities.
And who loves you. You get it? So obviously now she knows who I am and everything, and she's getting a bit big, and I can be here, and then you see her on the weekend. And I think being at home as well, I get my training, I get my food and everything, but being there and being in a hotel, and it was too hard for me.
Yeah, it's a bit instable. You need that stability, don't you?
Yep. And you know, travelling Monday to Friday in Manchester, being alone, sitting in a hotel room on your own, it gets too much sometimes. And I've done it my whole life. When I was 16, I was away in the academy till I was 20. And then, you know, I trained in Manchester before as well. So it was time I come home, and I did what made sense to me, nobody else.
And that's the way it's got to be. Sometimes I think you can spend a lot of your life giving on expectation of others. And
givers have to put a limit on giving, because...
Talk to us.
Takers don't have one. And where we come from, you know that, man. You know, we're surrounded with takers, man. You know what I mean?
I can't argue, because that's what it is. So you have to start literally giving a shit about yourself.
100%.
Putting yourself first.
And you know what? When the man that tries to keep everybody happy, the clown. Do you know what I mean? He's a clown, and you have to do what's right for you, man. And that's all that matters in life, because when all is said and done, it's going to be you sitting there with your towel on your head, left alone, and left in the gutter, man. I'm telling you, man, it's happened many a times.
Well, we see it, don't we?
Many a times. It's happened to the best of people. So who are the likes of us? Do you know what I mean?
Spot on.
And yeah, it's just you against you in it, really. And you got to wake up every day. You got to get up. You got to get out. You got to crack on in it. Win, lose, draw. You just got to keep going, man. That way. Not fucking that way. No, you go down that way and you get to the floor. What are people going to do? They're going to keep you there. They're going to kick you down. But it's like the train, and when the train's running and everything's good, everybody jumps on it. And when the train stops, everybody jumps on. So you got to make sure your train keeps running and you keep moving forward.
And we speak about that train and we talk about moving forward. Let us know a little bit about your boxing style. You've got a nice, sharp, powerful shots. I've heard it on the pads. I've seen your movement. But tell the viewers, what is your style? How would you describe your boxing style?
Even though I've been kept under the radar, most boxing people know me. Everybody knows me, but they know that I've always been there. Like I'm always training. I'm always fighting. My style, I'm tall. I'm rangy. Max tries to get me to box all the time. Make it easy for yourself. Jab, 1, 2, jab, box. But sometimes I like to get involved. I like to box. I like to fight. I can switch. I'm left-handed.
But you box
people don't
orthodox.
know, and I box orthodox, so I'm left-handed, so I can switch. And when the going gets tough in a fight one day, you're gonna see me go southpaw, and you're not gonna expect it.
Because that's the instinct kicking in.
You're not gonna expect it. So I love the left hook to the body. I love the right hand, but I think behind the jab, long and rangy for 3-4 rounds. And then when your face is all marked up and cut up, I'm gonna target your body and I'm gonna get you. And that's basically my style, really. It's plain and simple. If you get past this, you've got something else waiting for you. If you get past that, you got something else waiting for you. But either thing, I'll have an answer for you in that ring.
We talk about answers. We talk about, obviously, you training with Max. Who are you signed to? Who is your management at the moment?
It's like, I like to, from my experience of 6 years as a pro, I like to keep my management in-house. So my last trainer I was with, he managed me as well. Max now manages me.
Okay.
But, Max manages me, but we speak. It's good to have somebody in-house because having the right manager and the right trainer, you're all on the same page. If Max is training me, and some managers, it's all about them. But with Max, everything...
He sees it.
Max knows, like you heard that conversation we had now?
Yeah.
Somebody rang for sparring, a welterweight. And Max goes, I don't know, it's big. I go, nah, get him down, man. Why not? And Max is like, the conversation we had, I'm like, Max, but Max cares about his fighter, you get it? And the relationship we've got now, Max knows his fight is ready to go, so Max is managing me. We've had a few offers from a few people, and we're just weighing up our options. And I've got a sponsor, massive sponsor, who's been looking after me since I was 16.
Wow.
And obviously he has a say as well. He speaks to me and Max a lot, so Max is the man, and then I've got him behind closed doors. He's like an advisor, but hopefully in the next few weeks we should be hearing something and we should be moving forward.
So when we talk about promotion then, why should somebody get behind you, Raza? What makes you attractive to a promoter? What can you bring to them?
I've got a story. And everybody says you can't bring big time, so this goes out to the promoter. Everybody says you can't bring big time boxing back to Birmingham. I ain't fought in Birmingham yet. Wait till I win a title and I fight in Birmingham. You'll see what big time boxing is in Birmingham, because I've got a story. Everybody knows me. You mentioned my name down the street. I ain't even had a breakout fight. You mention my name to your casual boxing fan, they'll know who I am. Do you know what I mean? Everybody in boxing will know who I am, and they'll have something good to say. So once I win a title, and it's a business, isn't it? You'll see the backing I have in Birmingham, and you'll see. I'll let the numbers do the talking. I fought in Birmingham once 2 years ago on 10 days notice, and we had over 200 people there. And 10-day notice, that's max about that. So you'll see, man. The promoters will see, and listen, I can fight. I'm good looking. What more do you want?
I like this confidence. I need to walk with this
but what more do
confidence.
they want? I'm good looking. I can fight. You've just not seen me fight yet. I've not had the right fights yet. That's all it is. And I'm not gonna. I don't know. Max will tell you. I like promoters. You'll see, and you'll see. I don't like to say too much, but you'll see what I'm about.
We like that. We listen, we have to get behind each other anyway. It's good to see that you're back in Birmingham. Obviously, I'm very patriotic towards our city, and I will scream louder for the fighters here than anywhere else because it is home. So it's good to see that you're back in the gym. We're hoping to hear some fight news soon. But before we go, any last words? I mean, God, you've been through so much, Raza. I wouldn't even know where to start. But what is it, when you get up in the morning, before you do anything, what is it that really keeps you motivated? What are the thoughts in your head?
The thought of my daughter not having a good life now. She's gonna have a good life, and I'll make sure she has a good life. Whatever it takes, I'll make sure she has a good life. And the thought of being ordinary and not, I mean, I've put 17, 18 years in this game, man. Do you know what I mean? I don't even think that far, but she's going to have a good life. I'm going to do well. I'm going to beat everybody that's put in front of me. There is no plan B. Fuck all the featherweights.
I like it. Listen, until the next time, Raza Hamza, what an absolute pleasure. We're going to carry this on because I know there's more to tell, but we've already run into nearly half an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're going to catch up again, but thank you so much.
I'll tell you when we're going to catch up.
When? Come on.
When I'm fighting. When I'm fighting. On the night of the weigh-in, me and you are going to sit in the hotel lobby with Max. We're going to have a coffee and we're going to do another interview.
Oh, yeah, spot on.
And then you know what we're going to say? We're here now.
That's it. That's the one. Winner's mentality. Until the next time, thank you so much.
Thank you very much once again. Thank you.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.